stuff that he knows really well, just to see how well he's doing with listening. Good, good. Already making good choices. My first thing I'm going to test him on is sending him to the place bed. I'm going to point and say place and also tap the tone. He should understand to get on the bed and stay. Tap. Good. Place. Tap the tone. Good boy. He steps off. I turn pressure on until he gets back on. And then I release. And then I repeat until I have him stepping on the bed without stepping back off. Good. And I'm also dialing up until I see a response. That is really important, not to stick at the same number if it's too low and he's not motivated to listen. Good. And then I praise. So what you saw right there was a dog who knew what I was asking. He knows to stay on the bed, but because I'm a new handler, he just has to test the boundary. He's going to do that with every new handler. Your job is to respond accordingly and make sure you follow through with what you've asked for. Notice now I'm able to walk away and he's not testing the boundary of the bed anymore. Him and I just had a conversation about me following through with what I asked for. Good. And since I can't sit him down over coffee, I've got to show him what I mean instead of explaining it to him. Good boy. See the lift of the leg? That's a good sign. It's a sign of submission. He's saying I don't want a problem. Good. Give him thumbs up when I say good. Give him some pets. And then, like I said, I'm not trying to keep him on the bed. I'm not going stay, right? I'm sort of making it unobvious and then walk around the room because I want to get mistakes out if they're in there. Good. And then the second part of the equation is I'm praising him for when he's doing the right thing. The contrast between wrong choice and right choice is very clear. Good. I just love your eyeliner. I'm jealous. Now we're going to do some recalls to place and down. See how well he listens to that. Then I'll bring some dogs in for distractions. Good. He's really paying attention to me. So when I recall him, I'm going to tap the tone, praise, point, say place. See how well he listens. Good. Come, tap the tone, place. Good boy. Nice job. If he walks away, I'm ready with my clicker. Smart dog. He remembers from this conversation, maybe I shouldn't test the boundary over here because he's motivated not just to listen, but also to keep the collar off. So he says, clearly she wants me to stay on the bed. So that's what I'll do, and that's how he earns his praise. Good boy. So these are all things you're going to be using practically around your house. Recalling him, putting him on the place bed, asking him to stay, going about your day. Good. We're going to do it one more time, and then I'll bring in my dogs. Come, place. Nice work, buddy. I'm pressing it. For some reason, this bed is harder for him. It could be because the door is here. Pressure's on the whole time he's off the bed. Pressure's off. Bam. And that's how he learns. He almost made the mistake right there. But he remembers he wants to keep that collar off. Okay, here's a good opportunity to work on the down command. Down. Low pressure is going to turn on because he knows this. Down. Still on. I use my body to get him back on the bed. Pressure's on. And I release. Good. Let's backtrack. He knows down. So at first he was like, maybe I'll just pretend I didn't hear her or ignore altogether because remember I'm a new handler. And he's like, why should I listen to this lady? Then he says, well, maybe if I step off the bed, I can get out or listening to the down command. So I'm ready for any response he gives me. And the only thing that will ever work for him is listening. Good. And then look where he gets the praise. Nice job. We're going to keep going until I get a successful recall to place on the pink bed because he's struggling with that one a little bit more. You're stopping yourself and you've given me another opportunity to ask for the BOWN. So first is going to be verbal and hand signal, and then I'm going to give him a second or two to comply. Down. Coming in with low pressure. I'm going to repeat. Down. Pressure's on. It's going up. And I release. Good. Praise. So he thought about trying what he tried earlier and remembered, you know what, that didn't work out for me. let me just comply and see what happens. And the very second he dropped down, I released the pressure. And now he's even more committed. Beautiful session with him. Learning so much. Good. Now I'm gonna do my recall. Come, good boy, place. Nice work. He really struggles a lot less on this bed. I really think it's because the door is there. And the door just presents a trigger, something that might distract him. I know. Look what's happening. The more I'm holding him accountable, the more submissive he's becoming towards me. Isn't that crazy? He was never acting like this with me before until I started working with him. Good. All right, let's see if you can do it. Come. Good boy. Place. Yes. Good boy. So that was a really important rep because he did everything on verbal and he avoided the collar altogether. And so he didn't make a single mistake. It's not that I gave him any more knowledge. He's learned all these commands really well. It's that he finally just decided to listen. Good. Now I'm gonna bring my dogs in. Stay. Good. I always like to give one stay with a hand signal before I walk away, just to make it very clear that, hey, I want you to stay, I don't want you to follow me. Alright, now I'm introducing distractions. I've got 2 dogs, no. Pressure's on, place, pressure's on. Pressure's off. Pressure's on, and it's off. Pressure's on, and it's off. On, off. Down. Good. See how I'm working that? I have an answer for everything he tries, but I'm not surprised that when I bring the dogs in, he breaks the command. It's why I'm doing that. Because he does really well, there's no distractions. Okay, we say now it's time to up the ante, I'm gonna bring in some dogs in. So he has to learn when he's put on the place bed, it really does mean stay until release, no matter what is going on in the room. That's his part. Your part is to make sure you're holding him accountable. Meaning, if somebody puts him on place, somebody's got to be on the clock watching him to make sure he's being good boy. No, place. He's anticipating a recall, so we're working on that. Come, place. Good. His brain is distracted, so he's making mistakes, so he's going to be learning how to focus. You're such a good boy, though. I love working with you. He's such a nice dog. Really nice dog, and he's got a great foundation. All of this is normal, by the way. Yes, you're doing so good. You are. So now I just kind of walk around and pretend like I'm not paying attention. We're trying to get any and all mistakes out. This is called proofing. You are doing so good. Do some big knocking. Hello, I got it. Who is it? Yeah, hey Mary. Yep, come on in. Good. And then you're going to get to a point where you're like, oh my god, I can't get him to make a mistake. And that's where everything starts to feel really solid. Good job. We're going to get rid of the place bed. And we're going to do a recall just to me. And then ask him to do a downstay in the room. This is going to be really hard for him because he doesn't have a landing pad. It's just a downstay. Okay? Chill out, buddy. Trying to get all the spooks out. So the pattern is going to be recall command paired with the tone, praise, tell him to stay right here, and then I'll ask him to down as I walk away. Good. Bruno, Good. Come. Stay. Get distracted for all of that until we get a recall right here. I'm telling him this is the position I like. And I'm going to correct anything that's curling around me or going to something he desires. That's going to come in really handy when you actually need this recall off leash. You always want to mean come and stay. Now I'll try to send him to place and we'll repeat that routine. Place. Good boy. Good. Nice work. We are definitely making progress with you. Good. Be careful with this, because this could also be him trying to turn work into play. and it'll make your commands less reliable if you're trying to use them out in the real world. Izzy, leave him alone. Like if you actually wanted to bring him places, you don't want to start to tell him stay and he flops over and tries to turn it into play. So just be careful what you're marking, right? Like I'm not going to pet that anymore. I'm only going to pet him if he's belly down, okay? All right, let's see if his recall, no, pressure's on, place, pressure's off. Let's see if his recall position has improved. See the yawn? It's a release of stress. You know, he's saying, oh, I think I finally am starting to get it. Okay? Come. Stay. Beautiful. He remembered the last rep where he got corrected for walking past me. So this time he was actually very careful to not do that. He came and look, perfect position. This is what's going to get pet, and he avoids the e-collar turning on. See how clear that is? Good job. Stay. I'm very clear with my verbal and my hand signal. I'm also watching. If I say stay and walk away, if he follows me or does not stay, it would be N-O and click the stem. Give me an opportunity to work on the DOWN command without being on the place bed. So I'm going to start with the verbal and the hand signal. Down. He says, what are my options? Right? Because listening is hard, submitting is hard, being controlled at a distance without a leash is hard. I'm going to come in with some low pressure. Down. You almost recall. Dialing up, down, and I release. Good, and then I praise after my marker word. Good boy. So now, out of this whole session, I found what we need to work on. It's going to be the down command without being on the place bed. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. Let's see if he can stay in his down as I open the door. And then I'll release him. What a good boy. Break.